Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Jackie with Water Bearer Light and Intuition. We're going to do a reading for the sign of Capricorn. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus are the major placements, but really anyone with a Capricorn placement, this reading may be relevant for. So if you were drawn to this reading, there most likely is a message here for you. So we'll see what Spirit has to tell us about the person on your mind and what may be going on with love in your life. And just a reminder that roles may be reversed as always. Masculine can be feminine, feminine can be masculine, and just take everything as it resonates. Not every part of the reading might be for everyone. So just take what applies to you and leave the rest. All right, what do we have today, Spirit, for Capricorn? And also please like, share, subscribe, comment below. It helps my channel grow. All right, that's a little too many. Let's see. Okay. So we're going to start with a couple of these oracles and go from there. So we have vast vistas, expand your horizons. Okay. We have protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. Well, that's a good message there. And we have grounding. Go deep and explore your roots. Okay. Let's see if we can fix these. All right. So it looks like Spirit is just wanting to remind you, to just look beyond, what might be right in front of you. You never know what might be out there, that you are protected. So, any adventure that you plan on going on or something that presents itself, just know that Spirit has your back as well as your angels. You're always protected and you're never alone. And to always ground yourself, which is always good. Get out in nature. Always keep yourself grounded. Okay. So, Spirit, what else do we have to tell Capricorn here about the person on their mind and their life in general as far as love here? Let's see. Okay. Okay. So a couple cards came out. The first card out is vacay. Get away, relax, and have fun. All right. I'm going to put that over here. That's always something good to remind ourselves, to get away whenever we can. And we have blocked. Moved on, nothing to say, stop calling. Okay, so maybe there's a person that maybe you were with that you blocked, that maybe treated you badly. Spirit's wanting you to expand your horizons here and just keep yourself grounded. And maybe you just need to get away and have some fun and just relax a little bit. Try not to think of this situation as much as you have been, because obviously it was something traumatic and you're probably still healing from it. Okay. So we have smell the roses, slow down, take some you time, and get out in nature, which is exactly what I just said. I love that. So yeah, grounding, get out in nature, try to relax if you can and get your mind off of things. We have legal, lawyers, court, and paperwork. So you could be undergoing some kind of legal issue, maybe with this person that's on your mind. You might be, dealing with a divorce. You may be dealing with child support. It could be lots of different things, but it could also be your person is going through legal issues that have nothing to do with you. So it's a little too early to say. I'm feeling that it could be, when you do these collective readings, you get a lot of messages. So I'm getting different messages for different people. So, you know, just take that part as it resonates. But we'll see what else might come through here. Okay. Spirit, what else do you have to tell Capricorn and Capricorn placements as far as the person on their mind? Okay. Okay. We have wishful thinking, second chance, deja vu, and nostalgia. Okay. So this might be you thinking this way. This might be your person. Might be both of you. Possibly even wishful thinking that things could be different, or you wish they were different. All right. I'm actually going to get a different deck here. I've been called to get some messages from the Message of Love deck here. So, all right, let's shuffle this here and see what else Spirit has to tell us. Okay. Okay, Spirit, what do you have to tell Capricorn and Capricorn placements about the person on their mind here as far as love? Okay, we have neglected. I failed to give you what you need. Okay. What else do you have to tell us, Spirit, for Capricorn? Okay, we have mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. Okay, so someone obviously did not treat you the way you should have been treated. Probably the reason why you blocked them. What else do you need to tell us, Spirit? What else? What other information for Capricorn about the person on their mind as far as love? Okay. Okay, we have new chapter. I am trying to move on. Okay. Which is probably true if, you know, they did something to wrong you here and not give you what you needed in the relationship or, you know, friendship, whatever it was. You know, you blocked them obviously for a reason. So, you know, your person wishes that they could right their wrongs, and they wish for a second chance with you. But they are trying to move on. I don't think they're succeeding, but what else do you have to tell us, Spirit, for Capricorn here? Okay, a couple more cards. Okay. So we have overwhelmed. The stress from this is draining me. And we have gossip. I'm afraid of what other people will think. I'm not real sure what the gossip might be about. Obviously, your person feels overwhelmed. But however that they wronged you, you know, they obviously care about what other people think. They might be in their ego. I mean, even if you're not in your ego, it is sometimes difficult to completely not care what people think of you. But it's always good to try to not care as much as you can about such things. All right. We'll get into tarot here and see what might be going on. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. First card out, barely shuffled. Ace of Pentacles. All right. So a new stable beginning here. What can you tell us for Capricorn here, Spirit? What information can you give us? So we have the Lovers in reverse. Interesting. Okay. And unfortunately, I have to put my pen until we are able, I might be able to cover that up in just a minute, but yeah. So the Lovers in reverse, obviously something went wrong here. Your person really did you wrong. I mean, sometimes it's also a choice in love, but it's not that way when it's reversed. But yeah, and the lower, yeah. Oh gosh, I wonder what they did here. So it's, disharmony, breaking communication, giving away power, loss of self, basically. Imbalanced partnership and codependency can be also, but I mean, the Ace of Pentacles came out, so new stable beginning. So there could be a new stable beginning here for you. But doesn't look like maybe, with this person, obviously. All right. What else do you have to tell us, Spirit? Okay. We have strength. So yeah, you're just trying to be strong here. And just keep standing tall. What else do you have to tell us, Spirit? We have the Queen of Swords. Yeah. So you were being strong in your Queen of Swords energy. You blocked this person. There was disharmony here. I think your person knows that, they could have had the Ace of Pentacles here with you, but you're moving on, and this is for you and you alone. Yeah. You're moving on. You're getting this new beginning here. This new stable beginning, and, financial blessings. And this person is obviously not coming with you. You're standing strong in your Queen of Swords energy, and you cut that person down and told them exactly what's up. Yeah. You blocked them. I don't blame you. They did you wrong. And they do want to right their wrongs, but I mean, oh gosh. And then we have the King of Swords here. So this could have been your twin flame here. Those are counterparts. So you both obviously had words with each other and were pretty ruthless, most likely. The Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, and they came out right after the other. So yeah, I would not be surprised if you're in a marriage and you had this dispute here, and you're like, I'm done. I'm blocking you. I want a divorce. And that'll only resonate with some of you, but what else can you tell us, Spirit, for Capricorn? What other information can you give us? Okay. We have the Nine of Wands. So you have your guard up. Boundaries. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think when it says this stress is draining me, I think it's basically, that's coming from both of you. I'm sure that you're stressed, also from this situation, which is why Spirit is wanting you to just, ground yourself, know that you're protected, look at this as a possible lesson, and then look toward the future here. Try to relax and smell the roses if you can, and just try to take it as easy as possible. But this just flipped out. So we have the Nine of Swords. Yeah. So, you might be having sleepless nights, but I know your person is definitely having sleepless nights. Yeah. Obviously they're stressed and drained from this. They're really, really worried in their head, and, you might be too. So, especially, if Spirit is urging you to, take some relaxing time for yourself, and maybe take a vacation, smell the roses. All right, I had a couple cards almost come out. Okay. So we had the 10 of Cups. So I think, your person really wanted the 10 of Cups with you. And I think you probably did also. It didn't come in reverse, but I mean, that makes me feel like there's still a possibility that you'll stay together or get back together. I mean, the Lovers is in reverse, but that could be temporary. If it's about codependency or an imbalance, maybe you were giving too much or I don't want to say that, over giving, which a lot of us do, believe me. It happens. And, it created this imbalance in the relationship. So, you two might have had words and had a really nasty argument, threatened divorce or splitting up, some kind of legal situation. You have your boundaries up here, but I think you're both having issues sleeping from the stress of everything. And I think, either way, I think you're blessed with this new, financial abundance here. And you've just been strong this whole time trying to deal with this. Obviously, this person didn't give you what you needed and they know it. But I think that they really do want the 10 of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, the 10 of Cups with you. They really do want emotional fulfillment with you. What else do we need to know, Spirit? What other information can you give us? Okay, we have the Empress. So your person, sees you as the Empress, the Divine Feminine. And, you're nurturing, you're loving, and, that's what you did for this person. You gave them everything and they just took it and didn't give you what you needed, unfortunately. Yeah. And I think maybe the wishful thinking card too is saying that, I think that even though your person is wishing for a second chance, and maybe you are too, you want this in a different way. This has to change. Like you guys can't keep going like this, especially if the relationship is imbalanced. So, but yeah, all you did was love on this person. And they just, unfortunately, I think they took it for granted. They didn't value you when they had you. Ooh. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. So the other card that just flipped out and flew on the floor is the Three of Swords. And it was upright. So yeah. Not only are you heartbroken, they're heartbroken as well. So, usually the Three of Swords is, one sword for you, one sword for your partner or your person, and one sword for the relationship. That's the way I read that card. But yeah, you're both hurting. You're both hurting. I think you're both having sleepless nights. I think your person is more so than you are, but because they know what they did. They know that they did you wrong. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. So, your person feels this overflowing love for you, and they want this new beginning in love with you. So I think they really do want to start over. Let's get some of, we'll get some of these, and then we'll get a few love messages as well. Okay. Spirit, what can you tell us about Capricorn and the person on their mind, please? What information or messages can you give us? Okay, one more time. All right. So we have 3 cards here. We have talking. Interested in conversing more. Awaited message arrives. Text, call, email, and hovering. So I'll put this up here. So your person really wants to talk with you. You block them, and I understand completely why you block them. They really do want to talk with you, though. They're hoping that you send them a text or call them, or email, anything like that, because they really want to talk with you. So that's just a message from spirit and your person saying that your person, we understand that you block them and completely understand why, but they really do want to talk with you about this. We have camera. So they're reminiscing, looking at keepsakes. It's about perception, learning from the past, and making memories. So yeah, they're probably looking at old photos and maybe old texts, things like that. They're probably spying and watching you on social media, seeing if you're with somebody new. But I think it's more about, just seeing your face and, reminiscing about the good times that you all had. And then we have ascending. So transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. So your person really does want to make this right with you. They really want to, get over whatever obstacles came in the way here. They're hoping for a new phase with you. They're hoping for, the 10 of Pentacles and, the Ace of Pentacles. We have, they want to give you the Ace of Cups here. They want to give you their love. So I think I'm feeling like they've learned a valuable lesson here. So it's possible that they're going through something else legally and not, a divorce with you. But I mean, that could be what's going on for some of you. I don't think that's for everyone, though. All right, so we'll get a few of these messages of love, and then we'll close out here. All right, Spirit, what can you give us as far as information for Capricorn from the person on their mind? What kind of message can you give us? Okay. I'm trying to become the best version of myself for you. So that does make me think that they're trying here. And they're trying to change. What else can you tell us, Spirit, for Capricorn and the person on their mind? Oh. Okay, everything reminds me of you. I'm probably looking at, text messages and photos and things like that also. One more card, Spirit, if you have one. There we go. Oh, we got 2. Okay. It makes me happy to see you thriving, even though it's without me. And then they are just a distraction. So I'm not sure what that might be about. It sounds to me like it could be family. I mean, it could be a third party. I don't see any third party cards out here, but so it's possible that there's a third party involved with this. But a third party can be anything. A third party can be work. It can be family. It can be, kids. It could be, but it could be, a third party relationship as well. So take that part as it resonates. Like I said, I don't see anything that indicates that for me. So I'm thinking that, there might be 1 or 2 of you out there that might resonate with, but I'm thinking it's more like, they, as far as family, maybe extended family or friends, or like I said, work. And, maybe your person is just working a lot or spending time with family just to try to get their mind off of what happened between the two of you. So we'll get a few of these and then we'll close out. Okay, Spirit, what other messages can you give Capricorn here? My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually, we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Okay. What else do you have for us, Spirit? What other message? Okay. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So yeah, definitely do what's in your heart here. Don't, I think that's basically saying, just try to think with your heart and not necessarily your mind so much, if you can. Sometimes it's not so easy, but it does seem like your person is trying to, heal and change. They're thinking of you all the time, and they just want the best for you. They just hope that maybe you two can get back together and make things work this time. So, but they're hurting just as much as you are, and they're hoping that you'll unblock them. All right. So, Capricorn, this is your message. I hope it resonated. If so, please comment below and let me know. But please like, share, subscribe as well. It helps my channel grow, as I said earlier, and I would certainly appreciate that. And until next time, I hope you all take care and namaste.